What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be talking about how to counter Valenti. Now, I've actually had so many people ask me this. Darkskin, what do I do? How do I beat her? She seems like the most broken character in the game. And there's easy ways to beat her, but a lot of people don't really understand why she does what she does. So they don't really understand how to stop her from doing what she does, basically. If you guys don't know how this game works, damage is calculated by, it is attack times pierce rate. It's how you get damage. Now, damage negation is calculated resistance times defense, right? Long story short, right? So, if you have, King has 56 pierce rate, and then my King has, 10,591 attack. So, I'm going to go ahead and go on the calculator on my phone. We're going to be doing 10,591 times 1.56, because that's 56%. You get 16,521, right? So, 16,521, and then you multiply that times your attack card, which is 200%, so I'd multiply times 2, because 2.0. And then you get 33,000, right? So, that is King's base damage. Granted, that's not factoring in crits, because crits card is a multi-hit card, and it hits like 5 times, and like 2 or 3 of those crit. So then after that, you would obviously multiply the crit damage to factor in how much you would get if you crit, yada, yada, yada. But that is basically how you calculate damage. Now, let's say we don't factor in the pierce rate. We just multiply times 2, right? We don't even multiply the pierce rate. His damage goes from 33,000 to 21,000. So he's missing out on like 12,000. That's where the pierce rate comes in. So it's obviously very noticeable whenever you don't have pierce rate, which Valenti basically makes you do. And especially prominent for characters like Blue Demon Meliodas or Hauser, whose main damage comes from pierce, right? Their pierce rate, right? This card has a low multiplier because it has a high pierce, it has pierce on it. So, with Valenti's passive, she's basically making your pierce 0, basically meaning that you are, doing no damage on your card, because it's not attack times pierce if pierce is 0. It's now just attack times the percent on the card. So, anyways, how do you beat her? How do you beat this? I know a lot of people hate when I say this. He's not the only way, but Broom is a really good answer to Valenti. And I'm going to explain why. And based off of explaining this, you'll be able to understand why he works and how it is, that you can counter her. I'm also going to give other examples as well for you guys, so you guys aren't, just left in the dark. Broom. How does Broom work? Number one, Broom has low pierce rate, right? 28% is not that much. Broom also has 11k attack right now. With support, it's like, what, 12k? 12k. Okay, so we're going to say, for the sake of, the video, we're going to use 12,311. Keep in mind, Broom's passive gives him 20% attack HP defense at the start of the round. So, we're going to multiply that by 0.2. So, or 1.2 anyways. So, now it is 14,700. Now, we are also going to multiply that by 1.08 from King's passive, right? So now, Broom has around a 15,000 attack stat. Keep in mind, that is with no pierce rate. Broom's attack stat is 15,000. So now that we see that, and we go look at his attack, let's look at his attack card, level 1, right? Let's look at his level 1 attack card, multiply 1.2. He's going to be doing average about 18k damage. This is with no pierce rate. If you look at his level 2 right there, he's going to be doing, 3.0? Around 44,700 damage with 0 pierce rate. The reason why Hellbrom is one of the best counters to Valenti is because he has low pierce rate. All of his damage comes from his passive and King's passive stacking together, right? So he doesn't need pierce rate to do damage. Now, obviously, he's going to do even more damage with pierce rate, but at the end of the day, you don't need that to do damage with him simply because of how his passive works. Let's say we multiply his ultimate, 5.25, right? Almost 80k damage, AoE, right? So that's just Hellbrom. Now, there's other characters that are just like this. You just got to look at the characters. Escanor, right? Now, Escanor has a lot of pierce rate. Escanor does damage simply because he has so much pierce rate that she can't take his pierce rate away. And what I mean by that is, my Valenti has max resistant rolls. 30%, maxed as possible. She only has 93 resistance. With Gowther under Escanor, his resistance is 120. Not to mention, Escanor has a high attack stat as well. So even if he has low pierce, because his attack stat is so high, it's still getting multiplied a lot higher than most people. I know a lot of people are probably not going to do this. I wouldn't really recommend doing this. But Gustav's passive also decreases enemies' resistance. If you guys wanted to build like pierce rate on him or something like that, I don't know, you could do that. But yeah, there are some characters that don't have high pierce rate. And not having high pierce rate, they naturally don't, you know, like 35% is like average. Hellbrom is a little bit under average. A lot of the characters you want to look for are characters that basically get buffed by raw attack, right? If you run Humans is a really good counter to Valenti, and the reason why is Hauser. I know Hauser's first card has Pierce, but like you're not going to be using him for damage. Hauser, his passive increases allies by attack, defense, HP, right? On top of, if you look at Arthur is going to also be boosting allies by 15%, and his card is going to be boosting allies attack, HP, defense by 20% or 30 if you get the level 3, and his pierce rate is not that high. So Hellbrom is a very good unit to use. You can use Escanor because he has so much pierce rate. Arthur has low pierce rate, so he's not gonna be missing out that much. Not to mention his ult has double crit chance, and he has 50% chance to crit. He is going to crit almost guaranteed. He's going to crit almost guaranteed on his ultimate because he has double crit chance. So not only is Arthur not missing out from the pierce rate, Arthur is also going to be doing a lot of damage. Like if you rush ult with Arthur and then like ult Valenti, you're probably killing. I'm almost sure she dies, right? Arthur is basically a free unit. Like he's in the coin shop, the gold coin shop. He's on every single banner. My ultimate's maxed out 6/6. You can get him maxed out pretty easy, but yeah, it's characters like that. I know Red D Melly has 53% pierce rate, but he's going to be critting quite a bit, 60% crit chance. He has ignite stacks. You could definitely use Red D Melly. I mean, a lot of people don't have them, and a lot of people don't have them built like that. So I mean, you don't have to. I wouldn't really recommend it, but you can use him as well. So it's like you're just gonna have to go through a lot of the characters and figure out who don't have like super high pierce rate, right? I don't know if you guys use Merlin like that, but like 35% is not that bad, right? I mean, that's getting like into the average territory, but generally like 35, like I said, 35% is about average. If you look at Demon Meliodas and King, you get about above average, which is like, 40-50% plus. Escanor is just godly. Like his pierce rate is just insane. But like that's just literally what it is, right? I haven't went through everybody, so I don't know all of the characters that have like low pierce rate when it comes to that. I don't think anybody's gonna build her, but her pierce rate's not that bad. But yeah, that's just literally it. That's literally what you need to do. Bond has low pierce rate, and a lot of people talk about why Bond works so well against tank team. It's not only because he's taking stats, right? Him taking stats is amazing because he is taking raw attack, but like he has low pierce rate, so he's not missing out on that much damage. Bond not trash confirmed. I don't know. You could easily use this Bond. He has the same stats as the other Bond as well. And that's just some of the characters in the game that have it. Obviously, there's going to be more. I'm not entirely sure because I haven't looked at them all. Jericho doesn't have that much high pierce rate when it comes to it. So yeah, like the best case scenario is you're just gonna, like, if you don't, let's say you don't have, you know, Valenti, Lilia, you don't know how to counter them, blah 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 blah. Or let's say you have Lilia but you don't have like Valenti. The best way to counter her is to kill her with characters that don't have high pierce rate. Everybody's like, oh, well, my character doesn't do damage. Like, Hauser is built on pierce rate. Meliodas is built on pierce rate. King has pretty good pierce rate, like 56% or whatever. A lot of the characters that you guys are using have high pierce rate. Even if you look at Gother, right? Gother's pierce rate's not that high either. That's why whenever he ults Valenti, he slaps her, even though she's supposed to be quote-unquote tanky. It's not that she's tanky so much as you guys just don't have stats, right? Valenti has naturally high defense, right? Like, even if we take her gear off, right? Let me take her gear off. Let me go to a random unit. Like, random unit like this, right? He has, like, HP defense on. Let me remove that. And then just put Valenti's gear on, right? So, Valenti has no gear on. Valenti's defense stat is almost 5k with no gear. So it's like she naturally has good defense, right? Her resistance is 33%, which is pretty decent. Whereas if you look at someone like, I don't know, here, let's go look at King, right? Let's take his gear off, go look at King. Just to give you an example, right? King has 3,600 defense. So Valenti has like 1,200 defense on King. And I know you're going to say, oh, well, Darkskin, King's passive. Listen, King is not Hellbroom. King does not have low combat class, right? Like, and all my cosmetics for King are like the best cosmetics. I literally, so like, I have him completely maxed out 6'6", everything, right? And it's like, she has 1,200 defense on him. So it just goes to show Valenti naturally has high defense because if you're building her, you're going to be building resistant subs. And they realize that. So it's like, all right, we're going to give her high defense. So now, you know, with her gear, her defense skyrockets. So it's like defense time resistance equals negation. So if you're only doing attack times your card and not pierce rate, that's why you're not doing damage. So I just want to go ahead and explain all of that for you guys. I know a lot of you guys have been struggling with it, and I know it sucks. I know it really sucks. I know a lot of you guys don't like me because I use Valenti, but the thing is, Valenti is my favorite original character. She has been since JP. I'm going to use her. Now, if you can't use her or if you need to beat her, this is what you need to do. Blue King, Green King, Red King are all very good picks for this as well because they ignore resistance on their ult. Now, I know not everybody is going to have Blue King 6'6". I know not everybody's going to have Green King 6'6". I don't even have Red King 6'6". My Green King's 5'6". But anyways, the point is, King's ult ignores resistance, which is very, very good because, like, resistance is a very, like, big part of this game. And if you're ignoring resistance, Valenti is only blocking damage with defense. No resistance. So, if you have Green King with some dupes in them or Blue King with some dupes in them, y'all might want to be using them to try to, you know, burst down that Valenti. King Broom stopped Valenti until Pentine came out. If you guys go look at my old videos, I literally did not, I was using King Broom, just King Broom, destroying Valenti teams because King's ult ignores resistance and Hellbroom destroys, you know, Valenti team, tank team. And Gother destroys Valenti tank team. Almost everyone should have Gother. Everyone should be duping King first, then Gother second. So, you know, if you guys got it, you got it. But that's just how it is. That's how it works for those of you that didn't know. So anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment down below. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. That being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.